We are bringing the battlefield to the West. We, our legal team, and the judges and prosecutors here are really making major progress. Western governments have now formed a common interest community in political, interest, and national security matters. I recently achieved this goal ahead of schedule. All of these countries were very supportive of my idea. I informed them about the reason behind connections between HNA's overseas funds and Chinese companies such as Bank of China, China Construction Bank, Minsheng Bank, Deutsche Bank, and JP Morgan's JP Morgan AG. This is because these companies are all under the influence of Wang Qishan and Meng Jianzhu. How does the money go from domestic to abroad? What was the process of exchanging domestic money for foreign currency? Was it legal to transfer the money? After the transfer, was the money really used for investment? Why is this money now in some personal accounts? Why do these banks approve of the account setup? As you may know, there has been an overseas investigation agency that has been paying attention to the money laundering activities of the HNA, Bank of China, Minsheng Bank, Deutsche Bank, and China Merchants Bank for the past 9 years. During sanctions, these individuals not only laundered money for Iran, but they also laundered money for North Korea and some other countries. In particular, they are laundering corrupt money for Wang Qishan with hundreds of billions of dollars. I gave presentations to all Western leaders. When I showed evidence for my investigation, everyone was shocked. I say that the Western anti-money laundering system has completely collapsed. Don't forget 2 of my lawyers. Both of them are the best anti-money laundering and most successful prosecutors in the US. They were very excited to handle this. People in the West will seize assets from Secretary Wang Qishan, HNA, Xinhua Life Insurance, and now Mr. Tianguoli, Kongdian, and Wang Qishan's illegitimate daughter and sons, as well as Meng Jianzhu's overseas illegitimate children, lovers, and family members. The seizure will include real estate and properties in Southeast Asia, as well as shares and others acquired by Country Garden's Greenland project. We bring the battlefield overseas. Not only will we share our profits with the West, but I will also let them know of its huge impact on the world. It will have an absolute impact on China's move toward democracy, freedom, and the rule of law. And let the next generation of Chinese and the next stage of government know that they do not have the final say in this world. And the battlefield is not always at your home and can also be abroad. Furthermore, the leaders of these countries and state institutions are extremely excited. They are very excited about many of my ideas and have already started to take full action. You will see a series of international actions that will put these people under the Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. All these families and family members will be banned from traveling, and all overseas assets must be seized. The next step involves identifying and seizing the overseas assets of over 3,000 high-ranking officials and the children of corrupt officials who are studying abroad. We need to create an atmosphere overseas so that these people wouldn't dare go overseas to corrupt us and wouldn't dare come overseas to challenge us. To all the democratic movements and overseas activists, as well as overseas Chinese and compatriots who cannot go home, only if we act together can we expose the children of these high-ranking officials around you, like LVs and Australia's lovers' villages, and the Chinese communities in Malaysia and Singapore. Compatriots in Hong Kong and Taiwan should tell me immediately if they find out about any corrupt officials' lovers, wealth, or illegitimate children. We will expose these people to the public and cooperate with all Western governments through the Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act, through anti-money laundering laws in the United States, Europe, and Australia, using the Western Democracy Fund we established for their overseas illicit funds. We will close down these financial institutions and seize all the funds invested in their savings accounts.